Hello and welcome to Beyond the Blueprint by One Broker Group, the show where we delve into the minds of those shaping Dubai's skyline, the designers, architects, developers and true masters of their craft. I am Katie Jensen. Now, Dubai doesn't do small. It builds bigger, faster and bolder. And few people have been at the heart of this transformation more than Emad and Ahmad Jabba, the father and son duo leading Lacasa Living. From reshaping entire districts of Dubai to pioneering freehold real estate here, these two have been at the heart of Dubai's property market transformation for close to 4 decades. Today, we ask them if Dubai's latest property boom is really sustainable. Find out why their latest project on Al Marjan Island is getting so much interest and discover when AI will replace architects. This is Beyond the Blueprint. Gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us today. Now, tell me, you have both spent close to 4 decades leaving an incredible mark on Dubai's real estate market, but you've certainly had quite a bold move, deciding to move from an architectural design firm into a real estate developer. Walk me through that journey.
Good morning, Katie, and thank you very much for having us. And having my son next to me as a CEO is giving me that pleasure and honor, making me so happy. We are in development since long time. We are formalizing our development recently, but in terms of being a developer, we are developers since long time. We were working in Palestine, in Jordan, and even in Dubai, but it was as a personal. Normally we say this is a villa we want to do to live on it, and then we sell it and start a new one. And always I'm giving the credit to Ahmad because he's the one who said it is the time that we start on it. I was reluctant because I love what I'm doing as an architect, managing Lacasa. Always we want to be focused in what we are doing. And then I found, no, we can be a developer while we are an architects. In reality, it will add a lot for our journey as a developer.
I certainly think it really allows you to understand the project from the full 360, doesn't it? Tell me the truth. What is it like working together as father and son within the business? How do you ensure that any discussions or disputes over the boardroom table don't make it to the dining room table?
I think they definitely do make it to the dining room table, but that's part of it. We've worked together for the past, since I graduated, for the past 7 years. Mm-hmm. It's been always about having give and take. I've been learning a lot in the first few years, definitely. I've learned everything, going through in my father's footsteps. He started Lacasa, I was learning from that. But, as you grow up a bit in the market, especially, and in the experience, you challenge some, decisions. Most of the time, I'll agree, he is right. He does know what he's talking about. But
I hate that. That I'm always right.
It's these challenges that I think get some more ideas in our head, what to do, how to do it. It was all about, in design and consultancy before. Even now in development, we're continuing with that. I give an idea, he gives an idea, we talk about it, and I feel like that enhances our process even more. So it's not all about just, agreeing on everything. There has to be some challenge, to what we're doing.
Definitely. Absolutely. Emad, tell me what it's like from your opinion. You must be pretty proud having your son
work with you.
It is
this is why you are living, is to have the continuity of your journey. And always you are proud of your achievements. And part of your achievement is how you raise your kids. I have 2 daughters, 2 sons. All of them are very successful, and that's make me so proud. And also to give a meaning that whatever I have done in my life in having, arranging for them the right life in terms of education, in terms of taking care of them, is paying off. This is a challenge. It have nothing to do with what we are talking today. But raising a kids while you are famous, you have your own office, whether to spoil them or be tough with them. There is a philosophy that if you spoil them with cars, with luxury material, then they will not be serious. If you are more tough with them, they will be more dependent. For me, I'm so happy that I spoil them, but they are so serious. They are so serious. And because Ahmad, when he started with me in Lacasa, he was away, he was on the site. His mother was complaining every day that why you are sending my son to the heat and to the construction, take him to the office. These 3 years really developed his career away from being the son of the boss. Okay, so when he came to the office in the operation department, he already learned, the defined line between being a son and being an employee. Still, we are living together, so in the dining table we have to discuss that. But again, we define that line in terms of there is a priority, which is the work which we are doing, which is the client which we are serving. So it is not a matter of being good to my son and say, yeah, even if you do a mistake, still you are doing good. No, when you do a mistake, it is a mistake because he have to learn from that. My character is the same. My priority is work always. So I don't know anybody when it comes to work. We are having 550 people. They are depending on us. They trust us. With their family, we have to be up to that trust which they have with us.
Okay,
so it was not really something which we sit across the table and say, this is the line, don't cross it, don't come here. No, we are a democratic family. At the end, they are doing it my way. So, so we argue.
Bit of democracy, bit of monarchy as well, but it seems to be working quite well. Now, obviously, you have been responsible for designing, creating thousands of projects right across Dubai and across the region as well. But one of your most iconic projects is something you were given a special request by His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum to create something very unique for Bill Gates. Tell me how that came about.
Exactly. That's taking me back 25 years. As you said, I've been involved in thousands of projects. I can say it is more than 3,000. Always what is really milestone is not the size of the project. Okay, we did projects of 5 billion, but it is normal projects like any other projects. And there is a smaller projects which really you learn a lot from that. And going back 25 years back, when we started that internet city, it was a piece of desert. Nobody was knowing that there is an internet city. They announced it in JTX 2000, and they said 2001, we will have the buildings ready. Bill Gates was there with Sheikh Mohammed. And in the same day, I got a call from His Excellency Mohammed Al-Gargawi, saying that we want you to be involved. I was not in Lacasa, I was in another. We want you to be involved in our coming project in the internet city. And it is a challenge, but we know that you like the challenges. So I met him next day, and I was so excited because it is a project in internet city, big project, whatever it is. And after meeting him, I went back to the office, and the boss was asking me, why you are not so excited? I said, I'm so excited, but I'm so worried. He said, why? I said, because they want the design and the construction to be done in 1 year.
And it was for Microsoft. It was their first office here.
Yeah, it was 3 buildings, Microsoft, IBM, and Canon. Okay, and they want a luxury buildings with infrastructure. They want a lake, they want landscaping, they want everything. And can we do it? I said, they didn't ask me this whether we can or not. They said, you start and you will be doing it. We started in the same day. We were designing in the night, issuing the drawing for the contractor in the morning, doing a lot of changes because the speed. We were having a complete support of the government that time. There was really and the adrenaline every day. And when we are casting a small thing, we feel that we have achieved something. 7th of October 2001, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed, along with Bill Gates, cut the ribbon. We were so relieved and so happy that Sheikh Mohammed said to Bill Gates, I told you we can do it. And you know, Sheikh Mohammed is our idol, our mentor. Again, when he says something, we have to do it. And we did it for him. And that was the time when the whole market opened for us as a consultant. But again, working close to the people who have put the vision for Dubai, His Highness, and then His Excellency, and the other people. Always when I want to talk about Dubai, I remember this.
I love
I
that.
say, this is what happened, and this is how it started by the top man in Dubai putting the vision. People under him take it serious and get the right people to implement it, and tell the whole world that Dubai is coming to a new era, that they are focused for it. And from there till now, if you just look at any of the projects of Dubai, you will find it having the same story.
I love that. Well, let's talk about some of the projects today. Now, Dubai's market at the moment, as we know, is booming. Sale prices are continuing to rise, residential rents as well. Off-sale plans are going very well. We are seeing billionaires flocking to Dubai. Tell me, are you confident that we're not in another bubble? How do we know that we're not in another 2008 style crisis?
Definitely no. Always I'm saying with confidence, definitely no. There is no bubble, and the bubble will not come.
What makes you feel so sure?
Why it happened in 2008? This is lesson learned, okay? And this is again giving the credit to His Highness and the team in Dubai. They understand that we have to learn from our lessons. There is no stubborn decisions that we are right, we are always right, and what happened have nothing to do with us. The financial crisis which make the bubble. No, what makes the bubble in Dubai is the real estate was not matured, was not regulated. They learn a lot. They spend a lot of time, and I'm aware of it because I was close to the people in RERA, that what has happened, what went wrong, let's solve that problem, let's put the new regulation. So what makes me so confident that the bubble is not coming is that the regulation is there. Now, whether there is a financial crisis or not, there will be a correction to the prices because this is healthy even for the real estate market. The correction in the prices clean the market because now we have 2,000 developers in Dubai. They are not all good, okay? But again, we don't judge the people. We say that anybody coming to invest in Dubai believe in Dubai vision. So the market is open, and the competition is what will determine who stay or not.
Okay, Ahmad, let me bring you in here. We're talking about correction
Yes.
in the market. What kind of correction are you expecting, and when are we looking at it? Do you think 2025, 2026? What are your thoughts?
Our vision and what we see in the market based on, we've seen the ups and downs of Dubai. We find that a correction, as my father also said, is healthy. But when we say a correction, we mean we anticipate 5%, 7% correction to the current prices, which are going up at a very accelerated rate as to what we're used to.
When do you think we'll see that happen?
Not before 2027.
Okay,
We
so
don't
still a
see it.
little while away.
Yeah.
Let me ask you both. If you had 1 million dirhams to invest in the market today, what area would you invest in? Why? And would it be completed or off plan?
I think it's easy for us to say based on our choice of project, Ras Al-Khaimah, Al-Marjan, if I had 1 million dirhams only that I wanted to put somewhere, because that area is still has unlimited potential. No one really knows exactly how high it's going to go. It's definitely already gone up 50% in the past year since the casino announcement, and it will continue to rise to levels that maybe we haven't even seen in Dubai yet, because it's not the same story about building a new hotel somewhere in Dubai. It's about the whole infrastructure for the casino and the supporting, surroundings for it.
Well, I want to talk about your latest project in just a moment. But first, Emad, let me ask you, I'm going to give you a bit more. If you had 5 million dirhams, where would you invest in the market today? And again, off plan or completed?
Definitely off plan.
Okay.
Definitely off plan.
Why?
Why off plan? Because again, you want to gain on your capital investment. And your capital investment, if I have the 5 million, then I'll put it in one property. Or if it is off plan and I have money to come, then I'll put it in 3-4 properties and appreciate, and also diversity on it. Now, totally agree with Ahmad. It is Ras Al-Khaimah, not because Dubai doesn't have that, but if you tell me 100 million, I'll tell you Dubai.
Sure.
Okay.
Where would you put the 100 million in Dubai?
I'll put it in Maidan or Dubai Hills in luxury property. Okay, I will not put it in buildings. Ahmad have a different opinion about that. This is one of the differences which we are having. Why luxury? Because, as you said, the billionaires are coming to Dubai. And the billionaires want to have the top luxury villas in the best location, and they don't want to spend time on selecting anything. They don't want to go like us, find the plot, what will come in here, then start selecting thousands of details. They have the money, they want to walk in and say, I love this, okay? And my CFO will call you, we will pay you the money. And this market is not, a lot of people are working on it. Not because they don't know, but they don't have the time and the patience for it. I have the time and the patience because I've been doing it for the last 15 years. I know how to create the ultra luxury. Now, going back just to what Ahmad said about Ras Al-Khaimah, because the prices are so low. If you compare apple to apple, the prices of the plots in Dubai are 4 times the prices in Ras Al-Khaimah. And the prices of selling in Ras Al-Khaimah almost equal to the prices of Dubai. So see the cost and see the return on it. I think in Ras Al-Khaimah, the casino, again, this is something which is, people misunderstand what is the casino. The casino is not gambling. The casino is a whole experience, a whole destination. And this whole destination is the new era for UAE real estate market, which will take it another, Ahmad said that 2027 it will start. I'm more optimistic it will not start before 2030, the correction.
Interesting.
I can see that.
2030 correction. Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about Ras Al-Khaimah. Of course, your latest project, Ola Residences, is there. And I think it's a really exciting area today. We mentioned the fact that Win is investing $3.9 billion into creating the first gaming resort of the UAE. But beyond just the big investment from Win, what are some of the opportunities there in Ras Al-Khaimah in terms of tourism, infrastructure? I know they're expanding the airport there as well. But what makes you both so confident of Ras Al-Khaimah? Do you see it as a new global hotspot?
The proximity of Ras Al-Khaimah to, it's all of the UAE, but as the UAE, they have decided that Ras Al-Khaimah will be the host for the Win. So it's not only a matter of Ras Al-Khaimah government have, enlisted that they want this. It's the entire UAE that have decided that this will be the hotspot. So once that happens, it gives everyone the confidence that anything else is possible. So now we are hearing more about the expansions of the airport. There are new routes from China, some Chinese cities that are not very familiar with Dubai. Now they're coming directly to Ras Al-Khaimah, and this will continue to expand and increase in the next few years. And the Win, they will have, we've worked with Win directly. We're working with them on some of their side projects in Ras Al-Khaimah. And we know that they will not come to Ras Al-Khaimah unless they have assurances and they have the support of the government to do much more than what people are expecting. So these are the driving factors that we see.
And of course, the Wynn Resort here in the UAE is their largest one outside Vegas. I know they've got the previous boss of Vegas is now running the one in Ras Al-Khaimah since September as well. A lot of excitement. But let's focus a little bit on your project. So Ola Residences on track to open, I believe, in about a year's time. So
Yes.
tell us the latest projects. Tell us the latest update. How are the sales going, and what differentiates it to other resorts in the area?
Our first project to be launched as a building is in Ras Al-Khaimah, and that makes us so excited. We have much bigger projects than Ola Residence, but it is the closest to our heart because it is the first time that we will be seeing 96 end users with us. And that's a challenge because we were in the luxury villas, we want to satisfy one end user, now we want to satisfy 96. And these 96 people, we look at them as our partners. The billionaire who is paying 150 million for our villa is not much of his fortune, but who is investing 1 million, it is his 1 million.
Okay.
So it is so important for him that this is his 150 million villa.
And is
we
he
have
harder
take-
to work with
Exactly.
than the billionaire?
So we want to be up to his expectation. We want him to feel that, yes, I trusted this developer who is new compared to the others, and I was right on that. See the challenges which is in our heads to make sure that we will meet his expectation. In reality, we want to exceed his expectation. So this makes us working more and more in enhancing. You know, in the architecture, this is something very interesting. I can work 3 years in the same project and make it the perfect project. But what we do is we stop at certain limit and say, what we have achieved is good enough, and let's go to the site, otherwise we will lose the time. In here, being a consultant, being the architects, we will continue enhancing till the handing over. This is something which Ahmad is so scared because we will be issuing instruction, enhancing the product which we are giving them. We will assure the people that whatever we have committed for, you will get more.
Okay, I like that.
Not what we promise you, more.
More. Okay. Now, of course, you have partnered with One Broker Group here as your exclusive sales partner. Tell me, obviously, they're a huge award-winning brokerage, but with so many agencies to choose from in the UAE, why did you feel that there was a real natural fit between you and OBG to work on Ola Residences together?
Ahmad chose OBG, so
Yes.
he can talk much more.
We met with lots of agencies. We're working with OBG now. We're very comfortable working with them. But I'll tell you, it's not only that we've worked with them for the past few months. Since we first met them, we felt like we were speaking the same language. I've never worked in sales. I've only worked in engineering and architecture. For me, it was very hard, to work with salespeople because we don't really see eye to eye. We have different goals. We have different ways of, talking about things. But with OBG, it felt like they understood, where we're coming from, and they liked our story. Consultant become developer. They have experience. They've done that with other companies also who were contractors. Even we had a lot of mutual friends, and the fact that someone understands your story and translates it to the market in such a great way, this is what excited us. And more than that, their experience in Ras Al-Khaimah. They understood the market more than we thought we understood it when we bought the plot. So that was something key for us. Having a partner like OBG really supported, us and took us to the next level when it came to our Ras Al-Khaimah project. So we're very happy with them, and we want to continue working with them.
Okay, fantastic. So, of course, OBG are your exclusive sales partner for Ola Residences on Al Marjan Island. Tell me, how are the sales progressing? What kind of percentage are we at the moment? Are any left?
We've progressed very well. So as you'd expect, at the launch time, we had a surge of sales transactions higher than our expectations even. Our studios have been sold out. They've been very highly coveted, more than
I don't know
our
whether this is a
expectation.
good news or bad news, but now we are telling them sold out.
That's good news, I'd
And
say.
it's been in very high demand. Definitely being on Al Marjan drives the demand, but also telling the right story and providing the right infrastructure in terms of sales also helped that. And people love the design. I mean, it's I think we've done the design 7 times before we concluded on what we had now. We have that ability because we are the consultant. We are the ones who have the experience. And based on that, we're very happy with the results so far. And we're looking on the next job already.
So that was going to be my next question. Obviously, very successful partnership between Lacasa Living and OBG so far. Can we expect more announcements, more partnerships together in the future?
Definitely, but let me say something about OBG because they deserve it. Ahmad said it, but I'll put it in the direct way. We met a lot of agencies. They were salespeople. OBG was the partner, and this is the decision. Very important that you sit with somebody and he understand exactly what is your requirement. They didn't mention the sale and these. They mentioned how we can brand Lacasa Living around this project, and this is what we like. Also, we help them, as I was telling them, we're giving them a very pretty girl. So finding a husband for the very pretty girl is not so difficult. So it is a combination, but we need the right husband. That's what we were looking for.
Amen, don't we all?
Yeah, and yes, even we are involving them in other projects where Lacasa Architecture are only the architects, because we have a business partner who are using Lacasa Living as their development company. Ahmad is more involved now rather than our projects with other projects, and we are talking about multi-billions. We want OBG to be part of it because we believe on them. And we believe that they are the right partners, whether for us or for the others.
Okay, so big announcements coming,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
Watch this space. Well,
Yes.
let me get your thoughts a little bit more on the current market at the moment. Of course, there's lots of discussions about AI and prop tech and the influence on architecture and design today. When are we going to be at the stage where artificial intelligence replaces architects?
It will not come.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm confident. Maybe I'm from the old school, and the old school always believe in the traditional way of doing it. Always when I meet any of our clients, I'm telling him the easiest part is to design. The difficult part is to put the development in the right way in terms of how we utilize the plot and make the maximum out of that plot. This the AI will not do it. Okay, later on they can do the designs after putting the development guideline and the vision and everything. It will help. We are not ignoring it. We start using it in Lacasa Architectural. It will help a lot. It will help a lot in terms of speeding up the process, in terms of giving many options to us as an architects. Instead of working in 10 options, we can do one option and tell the computer to give us
So
the
you
others.
see it's a positive. You don't think we're at
It
risk
is.
of getting too
It
much
is.
cookie cutter design,
is.
the chat GBT of the architecture world?
Yeah, it is. And our people are using it. I'm so happy with that. Let me just give you a little example which makes the artificial intelligence very helpful. We have a daytime shot, okay? In order for our architects to give the client the night shot, we need to work 3 days. You give it to the artificial intelligence and 5 minutes, it is done. Okay, so that help, and it is enhancing, and it help speeding up the things. But you cannot expect from him to give you ideas. Okay, these ideas are not part of the experience only. It is part of the creativity, and that the creativity, thanks God, it is with the human being and will remain with the human being.
Okay, so it should streamline operations but
Exactly.
never replace that
Exactly.
creativity. Now, another big market trend we're seeing, certainly in Dubai and the UAE, Al Marjan as well, there's a lot of interest in the short-term rental market. Ahmed, what would your advice be for end users who are really looking to capitalize on the Airbnb style model? What do they need to be looking at when they're investing in properties here?
We are very high supporters of the short term. I mean, even personally, I was doing the same thing, and now we're promoting that for our latest project. It's all about the location when it comes to short term. If you have a good location, there is good demand, then 100 times out of 100 times it will beat any other kind of investment. We found that Al Marjan is very supportive of that, especially with the high potential coming in. And we've actually designed Ola Residences around this principle. So we thought, as someone who might be the end user in Ola Residences, what will he need to properly function and properly be able to operate his Airbnb in the easiest way possible? So most of the time, you end up having a company who takes the unit from you and they operate on your behalf for a percentage of the profit. So we put ourselves in that company's shoes. We said, okay, if I'm operating a unit in Ola Residences, how would I make their life easier? So we thought, first of all, fully furnished. Let's not give anyone any trouble of saying, okay, this unit with this size, I need to find a couch of this size. It's all done. It's all ready, including bedding, including cutlery, to a very high level of detail where you can literally give the keys to whoever will operate the unit for you and start leasing next day. Even small things that we've decided to add, we saw there is an issue because I was doing some operation back in the day where you have storage problem for the apartment. So you have linens, you have toiletries, you have all of these things, and you don't have any space in the apartment to keep them. You don't want to block off an extra closet for the end user. So we decided to give lockers outside. So in the ground floor and in the roof of the building, we have some spaces where you have just enough space to get a trolley in and shelving, so you can put all of these extra toiletries and linens. And this will ease the operation. You can literally have the operator walk in without any bag, without any storage, and operate the entire Airbnb within an hour and be out of there ready for the next one. So it's these types of things that we've done to support, the end users in their journey.
Like make it a lot more efficient, a lot more accessible as
Exactly.
well. On a slightly more serious note, I wanted to ask you about your Palestinian roots. Obviously, you've been based in the UAE for most of your life, but deep Palestinian roots. And you have developed a number of key buildings, architecture, more schools in Palestine as well. Tell me, what are your thoughts on being involved in the rebuilding of Gaza? Is that something that you see Lacasa Living being involved with?
This is a subject which is close to our hearts, but at the same time is giving us, the feeling that our people are really suffering and they were not being given the chance to prove themselves. Palestinians are a very successful people. We have the higher education rate in the Arab world. Unfortunately, we are not here to talk about the politics, but we are talking about the people and our people. We didn't forget that our roots are Palestinian roots, and we are both holders of the Palestinian documents, so we are citizens there. 2015, I decided that it is the time to help our people. I went there. I said I want to transfer the expertise which I'm having, the money which we have made here to help the people. And we were there to build the first international school. It is not available. We started with the project. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it because the Israeli government didn't allow us to get 70% of the teacher from outside. This was the principle of the IB school. We don't have the expertise in Palestine, so we need to get 70% teachers from America, Canada, Australia, who have the IB experience, and train the Palestinian teachers in 5 years. Then we'll depend on that. We couldn't do it, but the building was there, so we changed it to a mall.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was the first international standard mall in Palestine with around 700,000 square foot of built up area, where we got a real ice rink, a real food court, hypermarket, everything. It is like Dubai. We created 2,000 permanent jobs.
Wow.
The whole government was creating 750 jobs every year. We created 2,000 in that project. And Again, I was so excited to do other projects. We started another mall. We did the first precast concrete factory to help our construction because the expertise is not like Dubai. We started the first resort international in Jericho overlooking the Dead Sea in that beautiful area, which is the lowest area in the whole world, minus 400 meter below the sea level. It is away from Jerusalem and Ramallah, half an hour, but the difference in temperature in winter from 4 to 20. So it is beautiful area. Now, unfortunately, we couldn't continue there because of the situation. We are focusing more in Dubai. I'm very close to the government of Palestine because I'm an investor there. So they call me for how we can help as Lacasa Architecture in the reconstruction. We offer them all the support and help in terms of the expertise which we are having. We are one of the biggest in the Middle East. We have a huge experience when it comes to the infrastructure, the master planning, and the building itself. We hope that first the war will stop, okay, to save the lives of the people. And then definitely if we were asked to help, definitely we will offer that help.
So
it is too early to decide.
So tell me then, what are your thoughts on President Trump's recent comments about bulldozing Gaza and instead turning it into the Riviera of the Middle East?
Yeah, no, this is, again, we are going back to the politics, okay? Always there is we are afraid in Palestine that we will be deported from our lands, okay? We lost in 1948. It was the same situation. There is a war. 300,000 people being deported from Palestine to the neighboring countries, saying to them, it is a matter of few weeks and you will come back. And since 1948, nobody came back. That fear is legitimate. Again, if you are talking about something related to development, it is, yeah, correct. Let's take out the people. Let's take out the rebels and redo it and bring back the people. Who will guarantee that the people will come back? Okay, that's the big question. And nobody will support that. Okay. Absolutely nobody will support that.
Well, as we look to the future, I'd be interested to get both of your thoughts. What do you see as the most disruptive trend that's going to change the way we design, create and construct buildings, not only here in the UAE, but globally? Ahmad, I'm going to start with you.
Yeah. Like you've mentioned already, AI is definitely on our minds. I don't think it will be the key thing moving forward. I think it's very trendy right now. Everyone's talking about it. But I think further automation in the construction industry, further use of precast, we're already at a very good stage in terms of even our project in Lacasa Architecture, where we're using precast and we're recommending it. But what I see happening more aggressively in the next 10 years of construction is putting that same principle of precast but into our everyday construction. So for buildings, for even shopping malls, for all of that, we won't be looking at the same speed of construction that we're talking about now. Doing a building now in a year and a half, let's say, or 2 years, I think in the next 10 years, because time is of the essence. Everyone doesn't have patience anymore. Everyone wants
time
everything
is
now.
Money.
Doing a building, in the next 10 years and 6 to 8 months, I see that as being very disruptive in terms of the speed of doing things. And the trends of actually what's, how we design and what's in the building and all that, that's changing every 5 minutes. Every new project, we're trying to innovate, we're trying to come up with ideas, and it's not only us, the entire market is built around this. And we're excited to see what's coming, what's going to be coming in the future from our side and also from our competitors, because it's for us, the market is our life. We love to see what's happening here, and we like to innovate more and more.
Okay, Emad, what are your thoughts? Same question.
Yeah, now people think that there is nothing to add. One bedroom will remain one bedroom, walls, ceramic, marble. I see it completely different. I see that there is innovative solutions are coming, more creative ideas are coming. We are doing it. We are challenging ourselves in each and every building. The speed, which Ahmad is talking about, is the main criteria because time is money. And again, the demand is going so fast, so we need to have the supply. I see the things completely in a different way because I try it. I think we are going and we have to implement not the 3D printing. It is not the solution for it. They try it. It is not really effective. But the bot system. The bot system, we try it in a small scale. It was working. I think more researches and more development have to be given to that sector. You build the building, whether it is 50 story, 60 story in the factory, take it, and within 2 months, the building is ready.
Wow.
This is the future. And a lot of people are doing it in terms of research and development, especially in China. I've seen it also in India. And it is coming from the Far East. I'm sure Dubai will be part of it later on, that we don't need to wait. We can build the villa in less than 15 days or the building in 2 months. Quality will be something which everybody will be working on, how to elevate the quality of the building to enhance our lives within the space which we are having. The spaces will get smaller because of the price per square foot is getting higher. So we want to be ready that these small spaces will still be interesting for the people to live in.
So definitely faster building, but maybe smaller spaces.
Definitely.
So maybe not always a positive for the market. Let me give you a few quick fire questions. We're almost out of time, but we're going to have a few questions. I'm going to ask you to answer them in 30 seconds or less. Ahmed, tell me, how do you relax after a busy day in the office working with Dad? Are you a Netflix, a bit of gym, or relaxing with a cup of coffee? How do you unwind?
I have to have any kind of exercise. Sitting at home, it's impossible for me. I need to be doing some exercise. Running is amazing because it teaches you more than just exercise. It teaches you patience. And we all need a bit of patience, especially when the office is very hectic and you're moving constantly. So that's what I really like to do.
And in fact, you're doing a half marathon this weekend, so good luck with that.
Thank you.
Emad, tell me, are you a sunrise or sunset kind of person?
Sunrise.
Sunrise, why?
I start my day at 5:30 every day. I like to have my exercise in the morning, so I do my exercise in the morning. I love the peaceful morning alone, looking to the social media, reading a book, preparing myself for the team. So I have a small notes where I'll say Ahmad, Ola, and soil investigation, follow with this. Okay, and 8 o'clock I start texting the people and what they are doing. So I'm coming to the office with ready. I'm not a sunset man. I like to go after a long day of meetings and relax, sitting at the TV, Netflix, reading a book, looking to the social media in a very relaxed way, except for the weekend. Weekends I like to spend it with the sons and the daughters and the grandsons. And playing with them football, discussing the Premier League and who's winning, and they are teasing me because I cheer for Manchester United, they are not doing good. They are cheering for Arsenal, which doing good. So teasing each other on that.
So it's definitely some family rivalry around the dinner table again. Ahmed, tell me, what is the best podcast you've listened to or best book you've read?
Podcast.
You got to answer quickly.
Yeah, I don't have a good one.
Or what about a good book or favorite movie?
Favorite movie? I'll do TV show.
Okay.
Yeah, I was a big Game of Thrones enthusiast when I was in university. But these days, watching a lot of The Crown. So I really slowed down. It's a different mix. But yeah, just...
no selling sunset real estate inspiration?
Not yet.
No,
I've seen it, but I feel like now after moving to development and being so up close with sales, I might be more into that. Yeah.
You want to chill out a little bit. Emad, tell me, if you weren't in real estate, whether it's architecture or real estate development, what completely different career would you like to have pursued?
Writer.
Okay.
I love to read and I love to write.
Okay.
Still, I didn't have the time because everybody around me is telling me, whether in Palestine or here, you have to read, to write. Okay, I have a lot of things to tell. I read a lot. I see a lot of documentary in the TV. I'm not again with the movies. I watch a lot of the news because it matters for me in what we are doing. So when Ahmad will tell me now it is my time to take over completely, go and rest, I'll just go and sit, whether in Tuscany or in the Riviera, and start writing.
Oh, how lovely. Final question for you both. As you know, a family organization, tell me, what is the legacy you both hope to leave behind? Ahmed, I'll start with you.
I think long term, and what my father has been doing for the past 20 years and what we hope to do for the next 50 years is for people to think of our name as quality, as someone who's very innovative, as Lacasa. This is what we strive to do, because no matter how much sales we do or how many projects we launch, what we care about more is how people will remember us, how people will speak of us as a company and as a brand. So this is the key thing for us, just always being thought of in a positive way. And in terms of, I won't use the word luxury because that's not the main aim. It's about just being thought of highly by people.
I like that. Emad, final thoughts with you. Tell me, what's the legacy you want to leave behind?
I want to be the first architectural Arab office where there will be second, third, fourth, and fifth generation. This is very important for me. One of the challenges which we are having here, especially in the local offices, Arab offices, is when the founder is there, on top of the things are good, then the senior people start leaving, having their own offices, then the offices start dying. I managed to keep the team who have started because we were the first Arab office to establish the association, and this is something which we are so proud. We have 52 employees who are associated in Lacasa, means they are my partners, and they receive whether percentage of the profit or fixed bonus or whatever as a benefits. So we managed to keep the team. This was the first challenge. We are successful in that. Second challenge is I want to have Lacasa on the fifth or sixth generation, like, these big offices coming from Europe and America, which really I'm so big fan of them that they are keeping it in that. So this is the legacy which I want to transfer to my sons and then to the grandsons, and then from them to their sons and to their grandsons. And after 150 years, there will be an Emad Jaber, the fifth, who say, my grandfather founded this company in this year, and still it is continuing. This is the legacy which I want to.
Oh, I love that. That's very inspiring. So definitely keeping the grandkids busy on the weekend as well. Thank you so much for your time today. I really loved hearing your story. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
It was really very interesting, and for me, I enjoy it. I think Ahmad also.
And your first father and son interview together as well. So thank you for that.
Thank
you. That is all we have time for on this episode of Beyond the Blueprint by One Broker Group. Thank you for joining us. Make sure you follow us on social media. All the details are on the screen. We'll see you next time.